Hey y'all, it's Catherine Doss here with Cat's Keto Crew and Crazy Keto Cat. And it's Taco Tuesday. Tacos are my true love. You know, I put this shirt on and my kids were like, does Dad know? Yeah, he's kind of with me. So, anyways, tacos are one of our faves. And the things that you can put into a taco that are keto friendly are endless, but those shells are not usually our friends, okay? They're usually made out of corn or like a flour tortilla or something that is just not gonna rock our keto world. So I am going to attempt to make some keto cheese shells this morning. I have tried this in the oven before to melt the cheese and it just never seems to turn out right, but I've gotten a good hint that using frying pan works quite a bit better. So we're going to give it a go. So all I've got in my frying pan over about medium heat is half a tablespoon of butter. I'm also using a non-stick pan. Y'all, we're melting cheese, okay? So we don't want like some cheesy, sticky disaster, okay? So we're gonna let that bubble up for a second. Get it nice and runny and coated at the bottom. Okay, so all I am taking is, this is Market Pantry, thank you Target, sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, so for a quarter of a cup, it is only 2 net carbs. So you can also find some cheeses that have a little bit lower net carb than that, but this is what I've got in the pantry today. So, literally measured out probably about a half a cup of cheese, and I am going to spread it in my pan, okay? So if you can see it here, I'll bring it up to you for a second. Okay, so we just got cheese cooking in a pan and melting accordingly, okay? So while that melts, and while we all say a little prayer that we have a decent cheese shell, okay, keep an eye on that. What am I gonna stuff in my cheese shell? So I found this at my neighborhood Walmart market, okay? And this is for those of you who, welcome to Moe's, okay? So Moe's shredded beef barbacoa, okay? So it is really tasty and literally it comes in this box and you heat it up in the microwave and you only have to heat it for 2 to 3 minutes, and per 3 ounces, it was only 2 net carbs. So last night I ate this with some cauliflower rice mixed into it and some shredded cheese and some taco sauce. But today I'm going to repurpose and put it in a cheese shell for like a legit taco. So I'll show you what it looks like. It is really tasty. This is actually leftovers from last night. So super impressed with this. Like, I'm a busy mom. I have to find things on the go, and this totally fit the bill. So if you're looking for this, you could also stuff your shells with avocados. Of course, they're keto friendly. Cheese, sour cream. Like, what's your favorite taco topping? Okay, so I've also seen people like make fajita kind of meat sort of stuff and use that with like peppers and onions and things. Be careful with your peppers and onions if you're very closely monitoring your carbs, how many of those you're taking in. Okay, so my cheese is doing its thing. It's bubbling, it's cracking, okay? So I think we're getting closer to so we want it to melt all the way, okay? This is the problem I've had in the past with the oven. I don't know if it just doesn't get hot enough or something for it to be totally melty, but we're gonna give this a try today and see if this works a little bit better. So I think we're getting there. The edges are definitely, we're cooking up. Hopefully this is going to slide right out of my pan, or if not, we're gonna have you're all gonna witness a total disaster. But you know, that's how it goes in the real world. So we're cooking. I want to say that's pretty close right there. Okay, so I've got some bubbly, crackly cheese. I'm going to try to move you back a little bit because you're going to see what I'm going to do here in a second. Can you see? Maybe. Ooh, that's really hot. Okay, so I'm going to move you down. So what I've got is just a paper towel right here because I'm going to attempt, let's see. Oh, it might need to go a little bit longer because it's not sliding. Okay, let's let it cook a little bit longer and see if that helps it slide. This is the same problem I've had in the past, that it doesn't slide. Does anyone else out there have a really good cheese shell recipe? Like, what do you do to make your cheese shell come out of the pan a lot easier? But yes, taco meat is your friend. What else are you eating on Taco Tuesday? So we go to our local Mexican restaurant like once a week. And I've also found that they have, at our Mexican restaurant, they have a chili relleno in which the chili is not battered and fried. So it's literally just meat-filled chili, okay? And it is delicious, and they top it with tons of cheese. I also eat ceviche, which is like shrimp cut up with fresh salsa at our Mexican restaurant and jalapenos, and they top it with avocado. Like, it's a keto lover's dream. So that is another one of my fave go-tos. So we're letting this really bubble up now, hoping that that makes it a little bit easier for it to slide out of the pan. I do not advise that you try to do this with a nonstick pan, or I think you're gonna have a disaster. Okay. Plus, we want our shells to be a little bit crunchy, so we're gonna give it a minute and see what happens here. Okay. Let's see if it's going to come off a little bit easier now. Y'all. Oh, look, it's sliding. Okay, that's a good sign. Okay, so it's sliding in all directions. Okay, so I am just going to really carefully try to slide him out of the pan onto my paper towel he needs a little help over there. Okay, to let some of, I know we're all about the fats in the keto world, like, hi, but this is like, he's drowning right now. Okay, so we are gonna blot some of that off. We're gonna stick this pan over here for a second. So I think we've got some success here going. Okay, so I'm gonna move you for a second again so that you can see what's happening. So I am now that he is blotted off a little bit, you can see my handy dandy contraption that I've got going on here, which is, let me move you a little bit more. Okay, so I literally have a spoon across, you could use 2 bowls, but I'm using 2 measuring cups. Okay, so it's stretched out across there. So I'm going to take my cheese, y'all look, okay? And I'm just going to drape him over the spoon, okay? So, and we're going to let him cool off there in that form for a second so that we actually have a cheese shell. So, we're gonna let him do his thing for a second. Maybe I can move him over here for a second. So if you can see, well, actually I can lift this up. Look! Okay, so y'all, looking like a cheese shell, right? So he's cooling off, and by the time that he is cooled, which is not gonna take very long because we got the air conditioner pumping today, but I am going to fill him up with some of my Moe's shredded beef and probably top it off with some avocado because, well, I love the keto lifestyle. So let me know what you think. Have you tried doing cheese shells before? Do you have an easier way to do cheese shells, or was this pretty much what you've been doing in the past? Y'all, who needs Taco Bell? Well, you've got cheese shells. Anyways, hope you all are having a fantastic day, and let me know if this was helpful, and I will chat with you later. Bye.